A beautiful autumn morning here at Boucher Field as we got a matchup between two teams who are looking to get some mojo rolling right now. We got a matchup between the Lynx of Lesley and your Eagles of Husson University. Hello, everybody. I'm Sam Miller, joined alongside Xander Cook. Xander, let's get into the matchup, starting off with the Lynx. They are coming off a tie. The last was a win versus University of Maine Presque Isle as a 2-point goal. What's something that we can see from this team today?
These guys are a scrappy unit. They will fight for the ball defensively. They're going to make you work for it, try to earn that goal. And it's tough to earn a goal against this team.
Absolutely, and they are 14 goals scored on the season, about 1 goal per game for this Lynx team. So they're going to be something to watch out for. Now turning over to the Eagles, about 19 goals per game with 144 shots. Shot on goal percentage is around 46%. What can we see from them today, Xander?
Again, it's going to be a tight defensive matchup. One thing I'd like to point out is that it is a very, very windy day. We're seeing winds up to 20 miles an hour, gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So we're not going to see a lot of passes in the air. We're going to see a lot of shots go off to the right side, go off to the left side. So we're going to see the teams play sort of wider of the field and then strike in towards the middle. And that's what this Eagles team does best. They work the wider side of the field, work their way towards the middle, and if they get an open area, they're going to shoot and score.
You know, these two teams, very scrappy, very tough, as you said, and we're going to see a lot from them today. We're going to swing it over to Zach Mills, our PA announcer for starting lineups and the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are listening to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Right back at you here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. These two teams really have some really talented players in the goal. We're going to see a lot of action from them today. The goalie matchup today, we have Josiah Williams for the Lynx and Wessel DeWitt for the Eagles. Josiah Williams coming in, having himself a really good season this year. Has himself a very, very solid 72.5% save percentage and around 3.63 saves per game. Xander, how crucial is his role going to be coming into this contest?
Oh, it's going to be absolutely crucial. The wind, it's going to favor him a lot today. We're not going to see many shots on goal due to the wind factor, and that's going to help both Williams and DeWitt today.
Absolutely. For DeWitt as well, he made his first career start versus Wentworth, and he started and is now playing 63 minutes against Umpy. He has 1 goal attempt on 3 shots. How busy is he going to be in this goal today, knowing this Lynx offense?
He's going to be very, very busy today. It's going to be an exciting matchup, and we can't wait to call this game.
Absolutely. Some of the team leaders for the Lynx coming into this game, Wadley, Duroc with 5 and 3 goals apiece. Going to have to watch out for them on the field. DeNicola for the Lynx as well, a very, very solid passer. As well as Wadley has the most points on the team scored with 10. And this team shoots a lot of shots. I believe it's Chabe on the Lynx who shoots around 24, has 24 on the season. So we're going to see a lot from them today. As for the Eagles, going to these leaders, a 3-way tie between Mora, Masamongo, Nadu, and Gasser with 3 goals on the year. Around with 772 minutes from Blanco. So we're going to see a lot of Eagles getting involved very early. And Xander, what's the game plan for the Eagles trying to attack a team that's so offensive heavy like the Lynx?
I think they need to work the sides a bit. Definitely work the sides and work your way up towards the middle. That's what this Eagles team is all about, working the sides, working their way towards the middle, and then striking.
Absolutely. We're going to see a lot of fast-paced action, very tough, very gritty ball play today as well as the Eagles start out with the ball. It's controlled by Captain Mosey Masamongo, having himself a very phenomenal year. Let's get over to the left side to Chamberlain. Controlled over by that left side. Back to Masamongo. He's going to have Nick Wadley right in his grill. That's going to be the matchup to watch out for. Forward down to the left-hand side of the field. Scrum for it there. Back over to Masamongo. He's going to take it over the center. Finds a man. That's going to be Beckett Parkin on that side. Taken away by the Lynx. Starting over there. They'll slow things down. Start to control over here. Keep it over on the left-hand side. Little slide tackle failed right there. Back over to Masamongo, and the Eagles will reset once again. Weinstein looking over the pass to Florian Gasser. Gasser, again, the guy who's been very involved in this Eagles offense. Looking to make stuff happen once again. As Nato finds a man right-hand side. That's Chamberlain. Chamberlain coming in a very scrappy competitor in his own right. Trying to get control by the Lynx. That's over by Molina. Bridget Molina trying to get control of the ball. Right-hand side. That one's booted out of bounds. It's going to stay right here with the Eagles.
I like what this Husson Eagles offense is doing right now. They're controlling possession.
Controlling possession is the name of the game for the Eagles. As Gasser is on the left-hand side, looking for a goal. No dice on that one. Good defense there by Hyung-Sung Kim on the left-hand side, looking to slow things down. Pass right over to, that was number 21, Anthony DeNicola, pardon. It's going to stay, or go back to the Eagles, rather. Eagles will reset their offense. Gasser with the throw-in. Diddle looking to find a man. Has Chamberlain on his right-hand side. I'm going to dictate the offense here. He finds a man. That's Beckett Parkin. He's slapped away over there. That's Blanco trying to get control of it. No good there. Started up by the Lynx. That's going to be controlled by the Eagles once again. Looking to head it over to the goalie. That's Wessel DeWitt. Gaining control over that. And the Eagles will reset their offense once again. A lot of passing for this Eagles team. Love to move that ball around as much as possible. Get it up to the middle. That's Blanco. Trying to move it right-hand center of the field. Run once again. Back to Masamongo.
This Husson team is making a lot of great passes so far. Short, smart passes. That is the name of the game today.
And that's what you want to do when the wind could be a very big factor. Don't really want to try to drive the ball down the field. Really, we just want to play it slow and steady and keep things at a very reasonable pace. As Blanco nets it right through. Here comes Parkin. Parkin with the man on his left. That's going to be Daniel Noguera getting some action there. Tripped up on the play. That was Paul Adebowale on the play. Looks like we'll get a free kick right here. Free kick it will be for the Eagles. Now, Xander, we talked about the Eagles and how their game plan is kind of just moving the ball around. Very short passes, just really keeping it simple. What do the Lynx have to do just to get the ball on their side of the field once they gain possession?
I think they have to be a little bit more aggressive on defense. This is a very scrappy unit. They're known for their aggressiveness on defense, and that's where they torment opposing teams.
As beautiful defense right there from the Lynx to stop the goal attempt. That one trying to be drove in by Beckett Parkin. Followed over on the left-hand side. Here's Molina with control of the ball. Steps right in. Good play there from Kim to knock it away. Booted out of bounds. And saved by a Lynx player over there. Can't really see on that sideline. It's going to be controlled by Wadley. Back over to Masamongo, and the Eagles once again will reset. Seemed like so far in this game they've had no problem controlling the ball, Xander.
Yeah, they're making the simple read here. They're not letting Lesley get any momentum defensively. And that's what you want for this Husson Eagles team.
As Weinstein will control the ball over to Masamongo, we will see a lot of touches from Masamongo in this game today. The heart and center of this team is the captain, Masamongo. As that's over to Nato. That one looks like that was Noguera tripped up on the play. That was number 12. For the Lynx, Caleb Race, the sophomore out of Palm Beach Central, getting himself some shine in this game. As Molina controls in the corner, boots it right over the middle. And booted. That was trying to be headed in by Carson Sear, but great play there from the goalie Josiah Williams to save what would have been a very, very nice shot from the Eagles. As he boots this one all the way down the field. This one's going to be controlled by Chamberlain. He waves it off and lets DeWitt take it from there. Finds Arik Weinstein, and the Eagles will reset once again, trying to move some offense up. It was like they're really favoring that center of the field right there, just really working the ball all the way around. As Molina turns on the Jets. That one kicked out of bounds. We'll stay here with the Eagles. Molina will throw it in. Now, Xander, as you said, the Eagles really just seem to favor those short, touchy passes. And it seems like the Lynx really just cannot get involved in any offense so far right now. What are the Eagles doing that's kind of keeping them that's keeping the Lynx from keeping the ball on their side of the field?
Seeing a lot of the offensive players attack the sides and get open. And that's been a strategy talked about all week, and they are executing it beautifully so far.
Right on cue as the ball is over to DeNicola. It's now broken up by Masamongo. Will scrum forward near the center of the field. Booted away by Noguera. Great reaction play there from Noguera to get the ball away. Will stay here with the Lynx. Noguera, known for his quick reaction plays, he's having himself a very phenomenal year for the Eagles. There's about 3 points, a 72% shot on goal percentage, a very solid player for this Eagles team. And only being a sophomore will bring a lot of value for the rest of his time here. We'll get the throw in for the Eagles. That one to Gasser, knocked right back to Weinstein. Over to the left side, here's Chamberlain. Makes a man miss. Over to Molina, back to Chamberlain. Fancy footwork happening on the right-hand side. Broken up by the Lynx. Down booted up over to Williams. And the Lynx will gain possession once again. Looking to slow things down in their light as Fortin trying to find a man as Chamberlain gets the ball right to the back of the head. Good reaction play. will stay here with the Lynx, though, and they'll reset their offense.
We're seeing Lesley starting to pick up the pace offensively, starting to get into the Husson zone.
That's exactly what you want to do if you are the Lynx, Xander. With a team that plays as fast and as quick as the Eagles do, slowing it down might be a good thing for a while, definitely due to a little bit of the win factor that we could have going on in this game. But let's not get it twisted. This Lesley team can speed it up at any given moment, so you just got to be ready for that. As the ball is controlled by Noguera once again, finds a man upfield. That one controlled by Carson Sear, finding Molina, right-hand side. Molina splitting the defense once again. Tries to find the lane. Molina defense right on him. Saved by Kim. A great reaction play to kick the ball away from the goal. Over to Victor Blanco, and the Eagles will reset once again.
We're going to be hearing Kim's name all day today. He is one of Lesley's best defensive players on the roster, and he's already made a couple great plays defensively.
Jong-sung Kim, the junior from South Korea, as Andrew said, a very, very key piece to the defense of the Lynx. We will be seeing a lot of him involved today. It seems like whatever defensive play is happening on the field, he is right in the middle of it as always. And today should be no different, as the Eagles are moving the ball once again. Just to Xander's credit, a lot of short, flashy passes. Just keeping it simple, keeping it very sweet, and just trying to outmaneuver the Lynx in this drive so far in this first half. So we're going to throw in from the corner. That's going to be controlled by Sear with Kim right on his hip. Sear looking for a man. Looks like he was trying to find Parkin. Going to go back to Sear. Booted out of bounds. And the Lynx will take over.
Again, great defense from Kim. Staying on his man. Staying in front of his man. Not letting him go past him. Beautiful work.
Very, very stable defender is Kim. This one is controlled by, that was Nicola once again. We'll see a lot of him in this game as well. Likes to have the ball at all times. As Vasconcelos kicks that one right out of bounds. And the Eagles will take over once again. Seems like both these teams very heavily on the defensive factor today. We have not seen, outside of the Eagles maybe taking it up a little bit, not too very many shots on goal so far.
No, both teams are playing exceptional defense to start it off. And we're not seeing those flashy plays we typically see from this Husson team due to the win factor today. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the game plays out with that in mind.
As this one controlled by Noguera once again, looking for the goal, and Williams once again, they heads up play. Williams, as we will talk about throughout this game, very, very solid in the goal. Saves about 3.6 goals per game. He's already got 2 saves so far. As we said, a big, big factor, the key, the cornerstone for this Lynx defense. As Sear looks to move it up the middle once again. A little scrum forward. Sear gains control once again. Tries to beat a man downfield. Looks like he was looking for Parkin down there. Looking on the play. And Williams once again beating the bolting Sear down right to the spot. And controlling it for the Lynx once more. Is that one booted out of bounds? I believe that was Peckett once again. Or Parkin, excuse me. And the Eagles will reset once again over to Masamango. Now, Xander, these two teams, as we talked about, very, very scrappy and very tough on the defensive side of the ball. What do these teams need to do to just kind of get more involved on offense and just get some more shots on the goal?
All it takes is one play, that one breakaway. We haven't seen any breakaways yet.
It looks like the Lynx are looking to try to find some sort of momentum right now. That one, Adebawale sends it right up to the roof of our booth over here.
Telling you, if that window was open, I was prepared.
Yeah, we had Xander's a real goalie up in this booth over here. Very hand-eye coordinated is my broadcast partner. is the fight for the ball. Blanco with a very tough effort to get the ball back over to Chamberlain. Controlled by Molina, and the Eagles will look to take over once again. Blanco messes up on that play a little bit, gets it back, regains control, finds Weinstein. Over to Noguera, excuse me, and looks like Noguera got tripped up on the play right there. Looks like he's a little rattled. He's quick to get up, though. Definitely a little sharp, definitely a little shaken up on that play, but Noguera, as tough as they come, will shake that off, and looks like we will get a penalty on that play. And the kick goes up, over to Chamberlain, right-hand side. Middle of the field, looking for Molina, controlled by the defense, and the Lynx, once again, with some very good defensive efforts. As Fortin and Wadley try to get a little two-man game going. There's Cronin. Over to Race. The name fitting perfectly as he turns on the Jets. Tries to find DeNicola. Booted out of bounds. Will stay right here with the Lynx. Now, Nick Wadley, Xander, has 5 goals on the year for the Lynx. He is their leading goal getter so far this year. How important is it for the Lynx to get him involved in this game?
It's extremely important. Like you mentioned, he's their leading goal scorer. He also leads the team in points with 10. And he doesn't shoot the ball much, but he scores. He is a very, very accurate kicker. We've seen that every game for Lesley this season. He's shooting above 500 or above that halfway point. I believe his shot on goal percentage is above the 500 mark, which is just crazy.
Absolutely. He is a player that really defines quality over quantity. Does not take a lot of shots to Xander's point, but he is very, very deadly accurate when he does. So getting him involved is, of course, going to be a very, very big piece for this Eagles team. Or, excuse me, these Lynx over here. Looks like we're going to reset now. Noguera. That ankle not bothering him whatsoever. Finds Gasser. Longer to the middle of the field. Finding Parkin. Chamberlain, right-hand side. We're going to keep things moving here for this offense. A little tripped up there by Josh Neto. Controlled by Blanco once again. Looking to slow things down as he finds Weinstein. Booted up. Back over to Noguera. Noguera looking for a man. Finds Molina, right-hand side. Molina going for the shot. Broken up by Aiden Stafford, the junior from Westford, Massachusetts.
Great defensive play from Stafford right there, getting in front of the ball.
Stafford, just like Kim, is a very, very big part of this team in 2023. He was the quote-unquote unsung hero for this Lynx team. Definitely brings a lot of very physical play, very good coordination to this Lynx team, and that's just what they need as he gets the headbutt right there. Booted up. Molina and Noguera kind of getting into collision right there. Booted up. Masamongo saves him from going past half the field mark. And looks like it's going to be out of bounds on the Lynx, and the Eagles will take over once again.
That was a great save by Masamongo right there, because if he did not save that, Lesley had an open offensive player, and it would have been deadly for this Husson team.
Masamongo, the one-time North Atlantic Conference All-Conference first team and two-time All-Second team. He had an incredible header off of Alvarez for off of a goal one time in this season. And he is, like we said, the heart and soul of this Eagles team. Most of the time, their game plan starts and ends with Masamongo, so getting him involved will be good. As DeWitt missed the ball, but rolls just out of bounds. Boy, that could have been a catastrophic play for the Eagles right there.
He got incredibly lucky right there. The wind helped him out on that one.
Looks like the wind just looked over at DeWitt, was like, hold up, I got this, and eventually just pushed the ball right out of the way as the Eagles will take control once again. Weinstein looking to find some offense. Finds Sear, right-hand side. Blanco, middle of the field, with Chamberlain to his right. Looking to boot up to Parkin. Parker looking to beat his man, butt up by Stafford. Controlled by Parker once again. Has Sear running down the field, and that one scooped up by Williams once again. Man, a very good fast-paced action sequence right there from both teams, but Williams coming right out of the goalie's box just to save that ball. Very good heads-up reaction play.
Exactly. Great heads-up play by Williams there to save it.
As this one's Wadley trying to get some room over there. We talked about how Wadley can just turn it on at any minute. We saw a little bit of action right there. No dice as DeWitt saved the goal. And we'll go back to the Eagles right here. And Noguera looks like he got tripped up a little bit by Adebowale. No dice there as this was going to be booted out to Kim. Kim with a strike right upfield. DeWitt chases it over to the left-hand side. He'll control it. And reset offense for the Eagles once again. Not too many of these goals. Not too many shots on goal seen so far from both these teams. The Eagles in favor so far. But both these teams, as we talked about, very good defense. As DeNicola controls the headbutt from Weinstein. That one booted over to DeWitt, and the Eagles will reset. This one controlled by Chamberlain. Chamberlain himself having a very solid year for the Eagles. Plays quite a bit of minutes so far this year. He's played over 560 minutes for this Eagles team. Just goes to show his versatility as a player. Has not scored any goals, but as we talked about, very scrappy, very physical, and can get things done on any side of the field, Xander.
Like you mentioned earlier, this is a tight defensive game. And my opinion, that's what you want out of a matchup. It's a lot more exciting to watch two teams really pick at each other, battle each other.
And what's nice about those very tightly contested defensive games is that goals are very few and far between. And so when you get those goals, it can really just change the whole momentum of the game. This one sent over by Kim. A great kick right there. Weinstein just kicks it right up into the corner. Looks like the wind might have played a little bit of a factor in that ball as well. We'll continue to see that throughout the game. Still controlled by the Lynx. As looks like we've got number 20, Sledson Segundo, checking into the game for DJ Cronin. This is a little scrum for it. Right-hand side of the field, picked up by Wadley. And Adebowale will throw it in. Looking for a man, finds Wadley. Blanco is right on his hip. Noguera looking to send it up. Good defense there from the Lynx. Let's get a little whistle on the play. Will not change play at all. And it's going to stay right here with the Lynx. We're going to see a lot of Adebowale kicking and throwing it in today. Looks like the Lynx really seem to favor him just taking it out with how accurate and pinpoint his kicks can be. As DeNicola gets some space and fleeces the net for the first goal of the game. DeNicola split the defense and breaks the ice for the Lynx.
That was an incredible shot by DeNicola. Absolutely beautiful. Pinpoint accuracy on that one. Just got around DeWitt for the goal in the corner. Amazing.
So that was set up once again by Adebowale. Like we said, his passing really just opens things up for the Lynx. And as we saw, DeNicola with a beautiful play, got it past the outstretched hands of DeWitt. And the Lynx strike gold first. Of course, still plenty of game left to play. That's got to feel good for the Lynx, though, Xander. I mean, of course, when you start out playing as physical as you did and really could not seem to find some rhythm on offense, a goal like that just must be a huge boost for morale.
Here's the thing. You play aggressively on defense at some point. It's going to break the ice offensively for your team. And it paid off. Now they have all the momentum for the rest of the game. So we'll see what Husson can do next to match that.
As Segundo immediately checking in and getting some, and just making a play happen, and there will be a yellow card on the play as Segundo hits the deck. To get tripped up by a play by somebody right there. That was Parkin on the play with the yellow card, which will result in a free possession for the Lynx here. As Stafford boots it downfield. DiNicola once again. Noguera right on his hip. Moves down the corner. And looks like it's staying. It looks like it's going to go back to the Eagles. Boy, good defensive play right there from Noguera. Very physical player is the sophomore. As he and DiNicola are really going at it on that right-hand side. Weinstein finds Masamongo. Looking to slow things down a little bit. Chamberlain back to Masamongo. Wadley right there. Blanco with the control. Chamberlain looking to move things up. Try to get right past the man right there. No dice. And the Lynx will take possession once again. As this is Fortin trying to split the defense here. Gets the ball going out. That one controlled by DeWitt, and the Eagles will reset once again. Now, Xander, after a goal like that we saw from DiNicola, what do the Eagles have to do just to kind of get themselves on the board with how tight the defense is for the Lynx?
I think they need to start working the sides a little bit more. We're seeing them go towards the center of the field, and it hasn't been paying off due to the aggressiveness of the Lesley defense. So if they can work the sides and then potentially work something over the middle to an open player, that would help them out greatly.
As a heads-up play from Vasconcelos, saving the play right there. He's got a man on his right. That's Adebowale. Booted out by Masamongo. Stays right here with the Lynx. But to your point, Xander, it does seem like the Eagles are really trying to work the sidelines a little bit. It seems like they've had some moderate success at that rate. When do you think it's time for them to kind of switch things up if that route just does not start working?
Honestly, I don't think they need to switch it up right now. They've had quite a few scoring chances. It's just been outstanding play by Williams in net. So I think they just need to start hammering on that net. And it's only a matter of time before one of those kicks will go in.
As you said, a lot of the credit goes to Williams, who has been, as we've talked about, very elite in the goal for the Lynx, having himself a phenomenal year. As we've seen throughout this game, has saved, seems like 3 goals so far. And checking in for the Eagles is number 28, Adam Woods, the sophomore from Burrillville, Rhode Island. He's going to check in for Chamberlain. Woods has played over 500 minutes as well in his campaign. And we'll see what kind of action he brings to the field as he gets it over to Masamongo, the team captain. Trying to find Weinstein on that left-hand side. Gasser looking for a man, broken out by Adebowale. It'll stay here with the Eagles. As it looks like it'll be Gasser tossing it in. Weinstein over to Blanco, bringing it to the middle of the field. Trying to bring it up with Segundo. No dice there. Molina looking to control. Batted off the defense. Parkin. Headed up by Adebowale. No dice on the play. Parkin looking to regain control. Has Segundo right on his hip. As Fortin looks to move the ball right back up. Weinstein. Very big kick. Molina looking for the headbutt right there. Collided with Fortin. And it's going to stay with the Eagles. Very big heads-up play there from Molina. The effort there to kind of just keep the ball on his side. As Parkin finding Weinstein, left-hand side. Looks for a man, bounce off a defender. As Noguera gets tripped up on the play. That was Stafford right there. Or excuse me, that was Miles Braddock right there, who just checked in for the Lynx.
Braddock made a business decision on that one. Husson was open, had an easy chance to match the score at 1.
And looks like we're going to have an opportunity here for, see, that's number 39, getting ready to get it off. Josh Nato getting ready to kick it off here.
This wind is absolutely brutal right now.
Yeah, it's really just plays a big factor in this game. And excuse me, it was Nogueira kicking it off. The penalty was on him. He'll strike right into the hands of Williams once again. Williams, right place, right time, and saves yet another goal for the Lynx. There's a reason why his save percentage is so high. He's been able just to be at it just seems like we said, the right place at the right time at any given moment. He's just there, no matter what.
He does a great job positioning himself to make the save. We've seen it all game.
Stabber looked to throw it in. Molina picks it off. They're going to regain control. Finds Blanco. Over to Nato. Back to Weinstein. Eagles will look to just slow things down a little bit. Masamongo, center of the field. Back to Weinstein. Moving it up to the left-hand side. Trying to find Gasser. Kim right there to pick it right up. So boot that one down. Field control by Nogueira. And Nogueira makes a man miss. Huge collision on the side of the field. That was with Caleb Race for the Lynx. He and Nogueira just collided. A little shaken up, but as we talked about with Nogueira, just as tough as they come, as is Race. That's two very, very tough and scrappy players colliding on that side of the field.
That's just who Nogueira is. He's a very well-demeanored player, and when he goes down, he gets right back up.
That's one thing about these soccer players. Very, very tough, very resilient. A lot of stamina, a lot of endurance. Definitely two teams that really just show you why D3 soccer is worth all of the hype. As Masamongo tries to find Nato, back over to Weinstein. Tries to control it with Wadley right in front of him. As Weinstein had nowhere to go, gets it back over to DeWitt. Back over to Woods. Masamongo looking for some offense here. Controlled by Nogueira. Over to Weinstein. Looks for a man. Blanco controls that one. Back over to Masamongo. Woods, right-hand side. Masamongo once again. Husson playing a little keep-away action right now. Looking to find that one hole in the defense. As Weinstein bounced right off the hands or the feet of Nato. That one pushed all the way up. Looks like it was going to be booted away by the Lynx.
I like what Husson was doing there offensively, playing the keep-away game, not letting Lesley attack them. I think that is absolutely key for this Eagles team today.
Checking in for the Lynx, we have number 11, Osman Atwood, as well as number 14, Mark Kenny Dirac, seeing their first action of the game. These two players very, very skilled in their own right. Atwood with 1 goal on the year. Kenny with Dirac with 3. So 2 other players you need to watch out for when they come into the game. As checking in for the Eagles, the newly checked in Cameron DeRosa as well, getting some real touches on the ball. Tried to find Molina on the right-hand side. No dice there. Back to the Lynx. DeRosa looking to pick things off. Gets over to Molina. Splitting the defense is the Eagles. DeRosa lines up the kick, and it's good! I'm sorry, excuse me, no good. Looked like it was good from our angle. It got a little bit too excited on that play. Yeah. I thought that goal was just seamed right in from DeRosa. Pardon the voice crack and all. It's gonna stay right here with the Lynx.
A voice crack that wasn't even worth it in the end.
Now to embarrass yourself on the broadcast, 101. Anybody watching at home, I'm very sorry for your ears right there. Looks like that, from my angle, looked like that ball just soared right in, but no dice there. as Williams gets that one downfield to Dirac. That one going to be controlled with Weinstein right in his grill. And looks like Weinstein a little too rough on the defense right there. Just kicks her out of bounds. Going to stay here with the Lynx. Excuse me, going back to the Eagles here. And DeWitt will regain control. As Woods has a man upfield. Back to Woods right there. Trying to go right-hand side and finds Weinstein all the way down to the other side of the field. Weinstein regains control. You see the swarm of black and white jerseys just forming that right on like the middle of the field, just waiting for the Eagles to make a move. Controlled by Molina, broken up by that's number 11 right over there. That's Osmond Atwood. Breaking up for Molina as the Lynx will regain control once again. Now, if you're the Eagles, Xander, what are some things that you really need to do just to try to find the cracks in the defense for the Lynx?
I think they need to go back to that keep away game. We're seeing Lesley with a stingy defense today, really attacking the offense of Husson. They're not getting many open players involved, and got to give credit where it's due. Lesley has come up with a great game plan to stop Husson from finding those open holes in the zone.
And right on cue, the Lynx once again just really controlling things on the defensive end, not allowing the Eagles to get comfortable at all. As Parkin looking to set things up, look to make a move, lost right there. Right back over to Stafford. He finds Dirac. Dirac tried to boot that all the way down, finds Atwood left-hand side. Had a near breakaway opportunity, but no dice there, and the ball will go right back to the Eagles. Seems like after that goal from DeNicola, the Lynx have been a lot more comfortable getting the ball downfield and keeping on their side as Dirac tried to 1v3 that one, looked for a man as Atwood. Broken up there by Masamongo. Controlled by Molina, and the Eagles will reset. But as you said, a very phenomenal pass right there from Dirac. Just tried to find the cutting Atwood. No dice there. As Blanco finds Woods on the left-hand side. Was looking to slow it down. Blanco once again looking for some offense. Trying to make a move. There's Parkin. Back over to Woods. Masamogo gains control. Weinstein, left-hand side. Looking for a cutting man. Broken up by Segundo. Controlled once again by Gasser. Fighting for it is Kim. And Kim, once again, good heads-up reaction play. Nogueira looking to battle back and get it again. And it's going to stay right here with the Eagles. But once again, Hyung-Sung Kim really just getting involved in this game and with another great defensive play. As Woods controls it. Over to DeRosa. Weinstein left side. Looking for an opportunity. Finds Nogueira. Back to Weinstein. Eagles really just controlling the ball right now. Just trying to look for those open opportunities. Weinstein. Looks for a man. Looks like he was trying to find Gasser on that play. No dice there, and we'll go right back to the Lynx. Seems like the Eagles, what they really want to do, Xander, is they really just kind of bide their time and just look for those cracks in the Lynx defense. So far, really not seeing a lot of action on their side of the ball. So what are some things that they can maybe switch up and maybe some strategy that they could do is just kind of keep things on their side of the field?
I think it's time to get flashy for this Husson team. The keep away game and trying to stay smart, it's not working so far. So I think it's time for them to try and make some of that splash plays on offense.
And we know this Husson team is very good at making those flashy plays. It has been sort of their bread and butter throughout the season. We'll see what happens here as Weinstein keeps control of the ball. Over to Woods, right-hand side. Woods looking to do it himself. Looking for a man that was parking. Looked to be a little bit flashy on that play. Looked to back kick that one. That one booted over to Williams. Makes a man miss. Looking for Atwood once again. That one's going to go. That's going to sail out of bounds and go back to the Eagles. Williams once again, a very good heads-up reaction play. Keeping the ball away from the goal. As Molina looks to gain control. Masamungo controls it. Weinstein left-hand side. Masamungo. Woods on his right. Blanco. That one taken away by Segundo. That was the man out in front. Couldn't get to it in time. And it's going to go back to the Eagles. It seems like those Lynx really want to set up those breakaway opportunities. All their players extremely speedy, extremely fast. They can break away at any moment. No dice on that play. Definitely a factor of the win.
Credit to the Eagles' defense as well. They are just as aggressive as Lesley is today.
That one goal by DeNicola really did break the ice for the Lynx, but the Eagles, as you said, Zender, they're playing very, very physical as well, not making things easy at all for the Lynx. As Noguera splits two men, looking for DeRosa. That one booted away by Race. Gonna stay with the Eagles here. And Noguera trying to make things, to Zander's credit, very, very flashy once again. No dice there. As Masamungo finds Woods. All across to Weinstein. He'll gain control. Back over to Weinstein. Here's Noguera. Finds Gasser in the right on the corner. There's Weinstein. Noguera. Blanco looking to set things up. Noguera had to bounce it away. Controlled by Dirac. Drag flipping it up. Molina coming out of nowhere. Breaking up that action for the Lynx. Back over to Masamungo. Eagles will reset. Finds Gasser. Right across the right-hand side. Looking for DeRosa. Handled again by Woods. Eagles just patiently looking for that big crack of the Lynx defense here. Looking to see if they can set something up. As the ball is controlled by Noguera. Back to Weinstein. Right across the field, trying to set up Woods. No dice there, and the Lynx will get it back. This will be Stavrik kicking it out, and these two teams, as we will talk about, very, very physical on both ends of the field. It really is their bread and butter. They made it their personalities throughout the season. Just very physical play has been the name of their game. So we will see a big, big compilation to that throughout this game. As the ball goes back to the Eagles. Checking in now for the Lynx is number 16, Wasim Chabe. Getting some action now. There's a whistle on the play. This is going to be kicked or thrown away by Gasser, it seems like. This will be controlled by DeRosa, left-hand side of the field.
Here's where to make something happen for Husson.
As DeRosa looks to get it up, and that one's good. Molina flying out of nowhere, knees that one in for the goal, and we are tied up at 1, excuse me.
Called it right there. That is exactly what you wanted for Husson. free kick. Sets up the offensive zone, and Molina right there to boot that in the corner. Ties this game at 1.
Molina turned on the Jets and just give the Eagles a much-needed goal to get them right back into this game as the Lynx will look to respond. Adebawale. Jay back to Adebawale. Trying to check it with Coleman in his grill right there. No dice in the play. Kim will look to kick it away on his own. Looking to find Atwood there. Good control by Atwood. To keep it rolling, picked up by DeWitt. And the Eagles will reset. But going back to the goal for Molina, Xander, I mean, definitely, right on cue, as you said, the perfect opportunity to make something happen, and they surely did. Got to give a lot of credit to Cameron DeRosa for setting up that goal as well. A beautiful kick, and then Molina right there to finish it off.
Yeah, great job by Husson forcing Lesley into a mistake. Costed Lesley a free kick, and Husson capitalized off of it.
Yellow card issued to Husson's number 9, Mario Alvarez.
It was only a matter of time before Husson broke through and tied this game.
As the penalty was by number 9, Alvarez for the Eagles. Yellow card opportunity right here. Again, as Xander spoke on, this is a very big opportunity for this team to get on the board once again. That one kicked away, and the hands by DeWitt saves what would have been another big-time goal for the Lynx.
Both goalkeepers today have done a tremendous job being there at the right place, right time.
Just under 2:40, 2.5 minutes left to play in this game. Or in this first half, excuse me. A little rattled as Molina controls it. Hits the boot way downfield, right into the hands of Williams once again. Lynx will take control. Williams with a big-time boot. Right off the chest of Woods, controlled by Blanco. Woods once again. Bargan and Blanco playing a little two-man game. Bargan once again. Makes a man miss. Boots it upfield, trying to find Gasser. Good defensive play there from Kim to break things up. Eagles will reset. Alvarez makes a man miss. Spins right off him. He was trying to find Sear. Broken up once again by Atwood. Kicked away by Stafford. And this is going to go right down Husson's side of the field. Controlled by Masamongo. Eagles will try once again. It's Weinstein trying to find Nogueira. And the push. Looks like there was a little push by Adebawale right there. As Alvarez gets it. Finds Nogueira. Two men, right? That's Chabe and Race right in his grill. Knocked it away. Back out to Alvarez. Alvarez looking to make a man miss. Trying to set up Nogueira. Williams once again, right place, right time. Gets right in the way of that goal. Just under a minute to play left in this first half. Williams, the big boot right off the head of Weinstein. DeWitt will take control. And we'll look to see what the Eagles can do with just over 30 seconds left to play in this first half. As Weinstein, he'll keep control. Looks for a man. That's Alvarez. Bounced off the legs of Braddock. Clock's still ticking. They're going to have to go quickly here.
Now's the time to get aggressive.
As Weinstein, looks like he was trying to find Nogueira on the play. Just over 3 left to play. And that's going to do it for the first half of action. Both these teams, we saw a lot of tight defense, physical plays, and some good offense all around, so we are in for a treat. We're knotted at 1 at the end of the first half. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And back in action here at Boucher Field, we are knotted 1 goal apiece between the Eagles and the Lynx. Xander, what did we see in that first half that made both these teams just get on the board and get some momentum back for their team?
We saw both teams being really aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, not letting many scoring opportunities. And then on those breakthroughs for Lesley, it was De Nicola getting his second goal of the season, split the defense, and curved the ball into the corner of the goal for a beautiful first goal of the game. And then Husson on the free kick, it was Molina with his second goal of the season, able to knot it up at 1.
Absolutely. Those two players have been key components for their teams. De Nicola and Molina, two very, very versatile and very strong players in their own right. We'll probably see a lot more of them in this game. Very quiet so far has been Nick Wadley, the goal leader for the Lynx. Got to give a lot of credit to the Eagles for kind of slowing him down as we are underway here in the second half. The Lynx picking up right where they left off. Kim trying to move it downfield. Put it up by Woods, getting the start still. Back over to Masamongo, and he will reset for the Eagles. Weinstein controlling the kick in the corner. Tries to boot it downfield. Looking for Sear. Molina looking to turn on the Jets, try to get right after that one. Good hustle, but nonetheless, they'll go back to the Lynx. Into the hands of Josiah Williams, who had himself a phenomenal first half, had about 4 or 5 saves. He was really getting busy for the Lynx, and we'll probably see a lot more of him getting involved as this second half rolls on, Xander. As looks like Adebawale trying to get that one away. He does. Gets it right past Daniel Noguera. And the Eagles will reset. Gasser will throw that one in over to Alvarez. Mixed with a kick. Mixed with a free kick over there. Williams once again will control it. Lynx will reset. Now, Xander, for the Eagles in particular, what do you think they need to do to kind of just get through the cracks of this Lynx defense that has just been super, just very, very resilient today?
I think they need to force Lesley into making some mistakes defensively. We saw it earlier with the trip up that caused a free kick leading to a goal by Molina. If Husson can continue to get inside the heads of the defenders, force them into the mistakes, that's going to create a lot of open opportunities for this Eagles offense.
Capitalizing on opportunities has been a very big component for the Eagles this year. We will see a lot more. Hoping to see a lot more of that from them this year. But a lot of credit to the Lynx really just battling it out with their defense. Both these teams very stellar offensively and defensively. The Lynx in particular, their record might not show it, but they are a very, very stellar team. They are 3-7-1 on the year. Going to gain some momentum back, and so far so good for this team as their defense has been super stellar, as has Husson. And for the Eagles, 5-4, coming off a tie against University of New England. They're going to get back into the win column here. Both these teams, as we said, very, very good at what they do. Love to push the pace at any given time, play physical defense, control the ball on their side of the field. And we've been absolutely blessed to watch this game today between two very, very talented ball squads.
Exactly. It's like a chess match today.
Just seems like one move can be the be-all, end-all factor here as Blanco looks to control it. Gasser, left-hand side. Tried to find Noguera in the corner. No dice there. Rolls right out. And looks like we got a player down on the field. Tripped up there for the Lynx. Can't quite get a number there, but it looks like he's very shaken up. As we get a little bit of time out of the play by the official. That was number 7, Miguel Vasconcelos, taking the hard fall over there. He gets up under his own power on his own 2 feet. And we're back in action. As Alvarez looks to control the kick. Booted up by the Lynx. Alvarez once again finds Noguera. Again, it tripped up on the play by Tyler Fortin. And the Eagles will reset. And going back to Concelos' injury, you saw Mario Alvarez going over there to check up on him, make sure he's okay. That's a testament to the character of Alvarez, a very, 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 very strong student of the game. As that one looked to get headed in by the Eagles, very close right there.
Mongo had a chance on that and barely missed it.
Just barely missed by Masamongo, but again, Alvarez really just showing his fluidity of the game, going over there, making sure that Vasconcelos was okay. Very smart, very big student of the game, does everything right. Anybody would be lucky to have a player like Alvarez on their team. This one controlled by Stafford. Over to DeNicola.
Like you said, Alvarez with a lot of grit in the game.
Could be said about any of these players on the field today. Both these teams, very, very strong squads, despite the stats may not looking like it. Very, very talented in their own right. Have a lot of skill all around, potential to spare, and very, very, very good squads. As Blanco regains control, over to Noguera with Ford right in his grill. Noguera makes a man miss, tries to split it, try to find Gasser. No good there. Hyung-Sung Kim, the dive. Blanco with the sliding kick. No good there. We'll go back to the Lynx. But that's just kind of the game we've been seeing. A lot of fast-paced action at any given point. And we saw plays like Blanco just had. These teams just trying to do anything, any sort of play to just kind of get their team some offensive possession. And that's just kind of what you have to do at this point in the game. As that one goes out by DeNicola. Excuse me, that was Seletsin Segundo heading that one out. As Blanco finds Masamongo. This team side of the field. Here's Weinstein. Over to Gasser. Weinstein controls that kick. Over to Adam Woods, getting the start in this second half of action. Weinstein once again, looking to find some holes. Finds Molina in the corner. Molina makes a man miss. That one tipped away. Here's Parkin, no good there. Stolen by Race. Looking on the play as the Eagles regain possession. Here's Noguera. Alvarez. Parkin once again looking to find a man. Here's Sear, middle of the field. And the heads-up play by Williams once again to save yet another goal. Williams, right place, right time.
Credit to the Lesley defense once again. Husson had multiple chances to get a goal there, and Lesley was able to clog up the middle and force it back to midfield.
Again, a testament to the grit that has been this Lynx defense. As Kim will control the kick here. Finds Braddock. Looking for DeNicola on the left-hand side. Broken up by Woods. And looks like we're going to get possession call here for the Lynx. It'll be Stafford throwing it in. Finds Race. That one broken up by Molina. And controlled by Beckett Parkin. We're from offense here. Here's Carson Sear. Molina looking to make something happen here. Here's Alvarez. Gets it by a man. Broken up by the Lynx. That was Segundo once again. Ended up by the feet of Blanco. No good there. Goes right back to the Lynx. Those are just kind of the plays we've just come to expect in this game. Both these teams just looking for any signs of momentum to just get themselves the lead in this game. And of course, any given kind of play, Xander, whether the smallest play or the biggest play of the game, anything goes in a game like this, and it could be the turning point at any given time.
Exactly. It could be something so small. Just making the right pass at the right time.
As Molina looks like he was trying to find the cutting either Woods or parking on the play right, or Nogeda or parking over there in the middle of the field. Just cutting right towards the goal. No dice.
Like we mentioned, though, it's something that I like to call the butterfly effect, that something so small could turn into something huge down the line. We might be able to see that right here.
Got a quick opportunity here from Alvarez. Looking to set something up. And it looks like it was Woods right there who was extremely close to getting that head goal right on that line, but no dice there, as the Lynx will regain possession. But to your point, Xander, it really just takes one little play to just turn things around in your favor. It could be the smallest of passes. It could be that one small defensive play. It's just those little things that could give any team any sort of momentum at any given time. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can look out for with these two teams who, as we talked about all broadcast, have been playing just exceptional defense. Those goals they have scored today have just been very, very earned through a lot of grit and grind effort. As Nogueira's tripped up on the play. That was Forden over there on that side, just giving it a little bit too physical with Nogueira. Two very physical players, Nogueira and Forden, really just showing their impact on their team, just putting their bodies on the line to make sure that their squads can come out on top and get a good enough play, as Alvarez will control it for his team. Now, what are some things that we're seeing from the Eagles in this game, in this second half so far, Xander, to try to just get some offense going here and get them back on the board?
Well, we're seeing them be more aggressive to start the second half. They started the first half aggressively on offense and then sort of turned away from it as soon as Lesley adjusted to that. This half, it's more of this, they're starting exactly the same. Starting off aggressive, except this time instead of steering away from it with the adjustments, they're continuing to try and hammer the goal.
With a team like the Lynx, who tends to play very aggressive in their own right, trying to match their aggressiveness is tricky for any given opponent, but if any team can do it, it is certainly this Eagles squad. As Woods finds Molina with a cutting Parker, back to Molina. Parker with a beautiful pass right in the back. Trying to control is Sear, knocked away by Stafford. Rolling out of bounds right there. And it'll go back to the Lynx, but a very good play right there from both Braddock and Stafford to break up the pass by Molina and try to bring their ball back on their side of the field. And looks like this one's going to be lined up by Williams. Going to boot this one away. Williams, a beautiful kick. Left-hand side. Headbutted away by Molina. Controlled by Sear. Here's Molina once again. His ability to hustle down the field has been very, very impactful as Alvarez has it from going out of bounds. Controlled by Molina. Picked up by the Lynx once again. Those Vasconcelos controlling it over there. Booted out of bounds. And the Eagles will regain possession. Molina tried to find Alvarez. A little contact right there. Two players going down. Kim with the effort there. Looks like we had some sort of call there by the official. Looks like Alvarez will control here for the Eagles. Alvarez was one of the players responsible for that. The Eagles' only goal in that first half at the assist with that kick to Molina, as that one nearly off the head of Blanco. Too good there as got an opportunity here. DeNicola all alone. He gets right off his feet, and what a play there from DeWitt. Just sliding right there to break up the goal. And a heads-up play there by number 41.
That just might be the save of the game right there. Lesley with a breakaway opportunity. Nothing but him and the goalkeeper and DeWitt with an amazing slide to knock that ball out of the way and keep this a tie game. Absolutely remarkable.
DeNicola had Sear right on his back, as was Parkett. They were coming up right on him. And as Xander said, DeWitt with a beautiful play, which could have been the save of the game right there. As Wadley tried to get the ball off his head into the goal, no good there. Reset by Segundo. Looking to make a play right there. Bounced on Masamango. Controlled by Alvarez. Here's Parkin. Looking to push the pace a little bit. Trying to find a cutting player. Adebawale breaks that one up. Fortin. Back up by Alvarez. Nogueira trying to control it now. Alvarez once again. Alvarez trying to find Molina. Molina tried to sail that one right over the corner of the goal. No dice there. Going to go back to the Lynx. But as you said, Xander, the Eagles are definitely a lot more aggressive now. We're seeing them fly a lot more on offense, really just seeming to get down the field as quickly as possible for each given possession they have. As this is going to be controlled by the Lynx. And a little bit too much contact right there by Adebawale.
Easy call by the refs right there. Swung him over.
Just a bit too much contact there. Well, this game is very physical. There's only so much you can get away with. As Masamango will reset for the Eagles. Masamango starting very far back. With Woods to his right. Woods looking for something. Back to Masamango. Eagles just doing what they do. Just trying to look for that one big hole in the defense. As Adebawale breaks that one up. We got a bounce. We'll stay here with the Eagles. Now, we discussed the Eagles, Daniel. Now, what are some strategies that the Lynx could potentially use to try to keep the ball on their side of the field?
Well, once the Eagles started off the first half aggressive, Lesley adjusted to that. They started being even more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. They were very stingy. They kept in front of the offensive players, not allowing them to make those simple passes, the simple reads, not allowing any open spaces. And I think that's what they need to continue to do in the second half.
As that one goes off the head of Stafford. We'll stay here with the Eagles, and we got another player down on the field. Looks like that was Blanco taking the hard fall right there. He came up a little shaken up. But Blanco, very, very tough in his own right. The freshman out of Venezuela, having himself a very impactful year for this Eagles team. Of course, he's played the entire game so far. Head coach in his first year, Carlos Bermudez, seems to like what he sees from Blanco a lot, as Blanco is one of those really impact players that he may not score very many goals, but he can impact the game in more ways than one with his speed, his toughness, and his awareness of what's going on the field.
Exactly. He's the guy that makes the right choices offensively, finding the open players, making those good passes, and then defensively, he's aggressive, pokes the ball free. That's exactly who you want on a team.
As Nogueira had bust that one away. This one controlled by Race. No good there as Molina ends up with it. Trying to find an opportunity. Kim bats it away. Over to Race once again. Molina looking to corral that one. Picked up by Woods. Race ends up with it once again. Trying to slow things down. As that was booted away by Williams. Or by DiNicola. Molina with a headbutt. DiNicola trying to control it once again. Barkin over to Blanco. Alvarez looking to corral it. Blanco once again. Nogueira back to Blanco. Looking for some offense here. Here's Carson Sear. Trying to find the cutting Nogueira on the play. Good defense by Kim. Here's Molina. Trying to make a man miss. No good there. We'll go back to the Lynx. Very good sequence right there. Eagles, as we said, looking to speed things up a lot. Trying to find those cutters right to the goal. Didn't quite work out right there, but as you said, Xander, with those, if you keep doing those kind of plays right there, the opportunities will show themselves.
Yeah, Molina tried to switch to his attacking foot, and the ball just missed. Guaranteed, if that didn't happen, we could have saw something special.
Our official will be discussing something with our line over there. We'll resume play. Possession is back to the Eagles. Just under 28 minutes left to play in this second half. Both teams still knotted at 1 apiece. As Molina finds Alvarez. Looking for Parkin. Right-hand side. Parkin prancing around with the ball. Here comes Blanco. Blanco looking to set things up. He's got Segundo right in his grill. Gets it back out to Weinstein. Weinstein, a long ball over to Molina. Super close to a goal right there. That would have been spectacular by Molina, but a little too far left, and it'll go back to the Lynx.
Molina with just a little too much power on that one.
It was amazing pursuit there by Molina, and an absolute dot of a pass by Weinstein.
Exceptional pass by Weinstein.
Checking in for the Eagles is number 15, Thibaut Desorme, the freshman out of France, who has played just under 580 minutes this year. As the kick approaching by Josiah Williams, had himself a busy day in the goal. As Molina and DeNicola collided right there on the left-hand side. Called the official slow things down. Lynx will gain possession. Stafford to throw it out. Race intercepted by Molina. Trying to regain control for his team. Finds Parkin. Do-si-do with that ball. Here comes Weinstein. Over on the left-hand side. Trying to find the cutting Desorme. A little bit too much mustard on that one. Desorme just trying to turn on the Rockets and get to that. No dice there. Lynx will regain possession. As checking into the game now for Josh Nato is number 32 Carson Sear seeing some action in this second half. Nato having himself a very good year as well. 3 goals and assists, 7 points. As that one headed away by Blanco. Ogeda tried to control that one. Corralled by Race. Audible Wale, left-hand side, trying to chase it down with Sear right on his back. Slow down there. Desorme boots that one out. He'll stay here with the Eagles. Desorme looking for a man here. Finds Alvarez. Desorme on his right. Audible Wale with a tough corral. Finding Kim. Kim with a big boot to get that one a little bit downfield. Corral by the Lynx. Ends up with DeNicola. Molina tried to cut him off from the back. Definitely impacted that play as this one ends up with Masamango. Woods with Blanco trying to corral it in the center. Desorme with Forden gets it back to Weinstein. The Eagles looking to slow things down just a little bit more here. Trying to get their offense set. Ends up with Woods. Woods boots that one. Going to get to Desorme. Desorme keeps it in bounds with Forden on his hip. And almost nearly again just had that one near the goal. But once again, Josiah Williams just really impacting the game with his play. And Molina intercepting the ball from Williams. Booted out of bounds. No good there. Lynx will regain possession. But a very good heads-up play there from Molina to try to just interrupt that ball.
Molina is staying aggressive this game. He's typically an aggressive guy offensively and defensively, and he's keeping up that momentum this game.
As he looks to just track that, let that go out of bounds. For his team, will stay here with the Eagles. But to your point, Xander, Molina, yes, a very, very aggressive player on both sides of the ball. Very intuitive as well. Has a lot of knowledge of the game. knows where to be at any given point, makes him a very versatile player for the Eagles.
Very high IQ of the game.
As the Lynx will regain possession, Williams looking to boot it away once again. Finds Braddock. Control, but looks like it was Sear trying to get the ball on that. As Williams finds Kim. Kim with the lace up field. Intercepted by DeStorm. Controlled by Noguera. Finds Alvarez. Looking for some cracks in this defense. Sparkin sets it back up to Molina. Molina looking for some action here. Finds Alvarez. Forden right on his back. Has to punt it right out. Here's Weinstein. Weinstein with a laser downfield, looking for a man. A little too much power on there, trying to find Molina cutting there. He had Braddock and Stafford on his hips. And the Lynx will take over once again. That just goes to show the aggressiveness of the Lynx. It just seems like wherever Molina goes, or wherever anybody coming to the goal knows, there is always at least two people there right on their hips, just trying to ensure as much pressure as possible when trying to get to that goal.
They're not making it easy for this Husson Eagles team.
This one booted away. Controlled by Race, ends up into the hands, into the feet of Wadley. Wadley looking to set something up. No good there. DeNicola bounced that one off, trying to find Wadley. And that one's good by the Lynx. A beautiful two-man game there from Wadley and DeNicola to set up the big-time goal. And the Lynx go up by 1.
Amazing transition offense by Lesley right there. DeNicola to Wadley. We saw the 3 Husson defenders try to attack DeNicola, and he saw wide open Wadley, said, yep, this is yours, man. Passes it over to Wadley. Easy, easy goal.
That's just beautiful soccer right there from the Lynx. The unselfish play there by DeNicola finds Wadley cutting right to the goal and gives the Lynx the lead. Now, if you're the Eagles, Xander, how do you have to respond to that? What are some strategies you can use to try to get your way past this tight-knit Lynx defense and get a goal of your own?
I want to see them stay aggressive. When this Husson Eagles team is aggressive offensively, they're getting more opportunities near net. And when you get those opportunities, you're bound to get one of those through the defenders and past the goalkeeper for a score. And we saw that earlier to knot up this game. So we'll see if it happens again.
One big play can change it all, as we've discussed. As number 11, Osmond Atwood checks in for the first time in this second half. As the Eagles will look to strike once again. Try to tie this ball game up. Here's Woods. Masimango. Over to Weinstein. Forden covering him. Finds it cutting DeSorm. DeSorm looking for a man. Here's Parkin looking to corral that one. Back over to DeSorm. Looking to keep it alive. Atwood with the headbutt. Blanco regains possession. Finds Woods. Eagles will reset. Blanco gets it back. Tries to find Alvarez. Alvarez looking for Molina in the corner. Molina makes a man miss. Tries to find Alvarez. Alvarez with the goal! A big-time play there from Mario Alvarez, just off the hands of Williams. And we are knotted at 2.
There it is, the Husson Eagles staying aggressive, trying to find the wide-open man, and it happens right there with Alvarez. Credit to Molina, too, for finding Alvarez on that one. Molina finds Alvarez, and Alvarez with a beautiful kick towards net, and Williams just could not stop that. Just went off the tip of his fingers and into the net.
Got to give credit to Williams for staying with that ball. He knew where it was going when it just went right off his hands. But the vision from Molina, Xander, just to find Alvarez right there. And Alvarez with a great coordination as the Eagles get it back. As corralled by Noguera trying to get it back once again. Here is Carson Sear. Forden broke away with that play.
It seems the Eagles are heavily relying on that Molina-Alvarez combo today.
Both players, as we've talked about, involved in the first goal. First it was Alvarez to Molina. Then it was Molina to Alvarez. Molina's like, all right, you got me in that first half. Here, let me return the favor. as we are now knotted at 2. Just over 20 minutes to play left in this second half. We are in for a beautiful ball game today, folks, as Williams boots that one away. Just trying to find number 7, Vasconcelos. It'll stay right here with the Eagles. That was great defense there by the Eagles to break that one up. Will stay with the Lynx. That's Adebawale, who we have seen is who the Lynx like to favor throwing the ball in. As Segundo looks to corral the ball there. Finds Kim. Kim with a laser of a boot. Just knocks that one up into the air. Going to go back to the Eagles. But these are definitely the kind of games we love to see, Xander. We were talking pregame about what we're going to be seeing from these two teams, and it's just exactly what we've asked for these teams. As Masamungo tried to find Molina, a bit too much mustard, goes back to the Lynx.
Yeah, like we talked about pregame, we knew this game was going to heavily rely on the defensive side of the ball due to the wind factor. And these two teams have been scrappy defensively all season, and we're seeing that today. We also talked about the breakaway chances, and we've seen that today. We're in for a treat.
Just over 19 minutes left to play here in this first half. Both these teams really just doing what it takes to get their team back on top. As Race hits the deck, a little shaken up, going to stay with the Lynx. As these two teams really just putting their heart and souls into this game, just leaving it all out there. As we talked about, they really love to play as aggressive as possible. This one controlled by DeRosa for the Lynx.
We're seeing a lot of fight between these two teams. A lot of passion into this game.
Games like these are the ones that really just make you fall in love with District 3 soccer. Really just goes to show that the amount of talent that both these teams have across each individual conference as well is just amazing to witness, and we are truly blessed to be watching this game right now as Weinstein tries to find Molina, broken up by Atwood. Parkett trying to find Alvarez. Molina ends up with it. Molina trying to get in the goal right there. That was a great defensive play there by Caleb Race. Just broke it up just at the last minute, and Williams with the save. As Parkett intercepts the pass by Molina. He's got a little bit of space to operate. Trying to beat his man. No good there. Intercepted by the Lynx. Here's Race. Trying to corral it there. Trying to find Atwood. Atwood boosts that one up. Booted away by Woods. Ends up near Adebawale with a headbutt. Batted again by Sear. There's Nogueira. Finds Desorm. Back to Nogueira. Both of these teams just really playing with a lot of pace. As Blanco tries to find Molina. No good on the play. That would have been another fantastic goal right there from the Eagles had that one gone in. It looked like Molina had the angle, but a bit too far left. And that's going to go back to the Lynx. It's plays like that that can really just, as we've talked about, just really turn the tide in your favor. We saw it with the Eagles in that last goal by Alvarez. Those long passes have really just favored them in this game. So we could definitely expect them to keep going to that as the game progresses. As the Storm looks for a man. Right off the hands of Sear, it appeared like. It's going to go back to the Lynx. As Adebawale tried to corral that one in. Here's Race. 3 men on him. Kim with a nice play. Intercepted by Nogueira. Nogueira controlling the left-hand side of the line. Makes a man miss. Looking for a player up there. Trying to find Molina. No good on the play. Once again, the Eagles going for that long ball game with Molina. No dice on that one, and the Lynx will regain possession.
Husson constantly trying to find Molina down there in the zone. It's been happening all game. We've seen a goal from Molina and an assist from Molina down there.
Molina has been heavily involved in this game. He has been involved in both of the goals scored by the Eagles. It seems like any game that the Eagles play, Molina is involved in some shape or form. As that one curves away, butted up by Stafford, and the Eagles regain possession. And that's that win factor we were talking about, just playing a big-time role in keeping those balls on the straight and narrow. That time, a little bit too much curvature results in a turnover for the Lynx. As Alvarez hits in a scrum with two players over there trying to get that ball away. It's going to be Eagles side out.
The wind has caused a lot of issues today. For those watching that don't know, one of the busiest roads in Bangor lost all of their power due to the wind today. That's including a restaurant like Buffalo Wild Wings and Chili's, and then Walmart's without their power. We've got some big gusts today.
And the big-time play there by Alvarez. Looks like there was a headbutt going by a player on the team. I believe it was Molina who got that one in. But an absolute... And Molina with an amazing play right there.
It is the Pedro Molina show today, folks. That is now his second goal of the game, and he also notched an assist earlier. He is very well the reason why Husson is up a goal in this game.
And guess who? It was Mario Alvarez with the assist right there. That is 3 goals now that both Molina and Alvarez have either assisted or scored on for the Eagles. So they have both been the catalyst for the Eagles in their lead right now. As that one's butted up by Blanco. Trying to get controlled by Segundo. Alvarez right there to block him out. Headed up by Molina. Segundo. Fancy footwork right there to get the ball across the field. Broken up by Parkett. Parkett floats that one up. Stafford right there. Alvarez right on his hip. Alvarez trying to hit that one up over to Braddock. With Sear right on his hips. Cam looking to get that one away. Finds Race. Race. A little bit of contact there by Nogueira is going to stay with the Lynx. But the Eagles now, first lead of the game. Just under 14 minutes left to play. And, man, the tide has really shifted for the Eagles. As we talked about during halftime, Xander, the aggression needs to pick it up, and they've certainly done just that.
They definitely have. They're just oozing with confidence at this point. They finally have the lead after being down or notching up a tie for most of the game. Now that they have the lead, they want to cement that for the rest of the game.
As Hyung-Sung Kim looks to set it up for Adebawale. Chased down by Alvarez. Floated downfield. Headed away by Desorme. Nogueira busts that one away. Controlled by Segundo. Segundo. Pressure by Blanco.
Great diving tackle right there.
Parkett coming out of nowhere and interrupting the play. A big-time play there for the Eagles as Molina looks to corral it. And we're going to get a timeout on the play for the injury. Looks like Race had a very bad fall.
Yeah, it was when that diving tackle happened. Race just landed on his hip.
It was a clean, everything about that hit was clean by Parkett.
Yeah, it was just an awkward fall.
It just looked like Race just came down on his spine. Plays like that, while they are very clean, they are very tough to bounce back from.
Yeah, those tailbone injuries are no joke. It's going to be hurting for a while. He's able to shake it off. He's walking on his own right now. Looks to be okay, but he is holding that tailbone area.
That just constitutes the mindset of the Lynx. I mean, they've been battered, beat up, bruised, you name it, it's happened in this game. And they have just showed resilience, and they have fought tooth and nail to stay in it, holding the lead for most of the game until that goal by Molina. But it just goes to show how tough both these teams are. Lesley, of course, just keeping up with the physicality of the Eagles and matching it at certain points. It's been very, very humbling to see these two teams going at it in such a terrific fashion. As the ball gets brought out by a helping spectator. It'll be Adebawale side out. Batted away by Nogueira. Alvarez looking to gain control. Finds Woods. Backhand side of the field. Woods looking to corral. Trying to find a man over on the side. That was DeNicola regaining control. Here is Vasconcelos. Trying to find the cutting out of the wobbly who turns on the Jets. Right off the knees. Here's this arm. Vasconcelos miss on that play. Both a little bit of a collision on the knees. Both players are down on their shins. Looks like when they were both going for that ball, they had a little collision on the shins. And once again, these two teams, just as resilient as they come, and this just goes to show the toughness that has been this game. Both these teams just really laying it all out there, putting everything on the line, and just doing whatever it takes to win, Xander.
We're going to have a medical timeout on the field due to that collision. It looked like knee-to-knee contact. Both players, only one of the players are still down. On Lesley seems to be getting up, limping off the field a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Hard contact right there.
Very hard indeed. Both those players, though. For Husson, it was number 15, Thibaut DeZorm, taking the contact on that play. He's under his own power now. And it's Paul Adebowale for the Lynx, who was a bit shaken up. He'll come off the field. In his place is Mark-Kenny Durack, seeing some action for the first time in the second half. That's definitely a bit of a sting for the Lynx with someone as crucial as Adebowale taking a seat for the injury. Hopefully it is nothing serious. This goes to show, like we said, the mindset of this team has got to be a next man up, and we'll see what happens here. As Segundo gets the ball. Oh, the pass from Durack. Trying to gain control is Alvarez. Durack once again finds Segundo. And a bit of contact right there. Official blows the play dead. And that's going to be a yellow card on the Eagles.
Well, we saw Husson score on a free kick earlier. Here's Lesley's chance.
As the control there by the Eagles. It's like Alvarez nearly set up the Lynx for a play right there, but once again, it is DeWitt just really working his magic in the goal.
And solid defense there from Husson, not allowing anything to work in the middle.
As Masamunga will regain control, looking to find a man, finds Woods. Back to DeWitt. Wessel DeWitt seeing a lot of strong action in this goal today. Boots that one all the way downfield. Bit of a collision there. Looks like that was Durack and Nogueira who collided on the field right there. Nogueira very shaken up on the play. It's been a couple times in this game where Nogueira has went down.
They are waving the medical staff over. Nogueira taking a hard hit to the face, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain. Slamming his feet on the ground. Hopefully this isn't anything too serious. He's been a key part of this Husson defense today.
We've talked about it a lot during this broadcast. Daniel Nogueira is as tough as they come. So when you see a player like him down on the field as he is right now, it definitely goes to show that it could be a very big injury. And that's quite the loss if you are the Eagles. As Xander mentioned, Nogueira has been very involved in a lot of ways in this team, just keeping the ball alive. This is his footwork, his IQ on the field, and his just presence on the field just makes the Eagles a much better team. It's good to see him standing up under his own power. The trainer right there. Nogueira visibly shaken up. He is on his own 2 feet, though, which is a very good sight to see.
Great sportsmanship shown there from Lesley.
That was Miguel Vasconcelos just making sure he was okay, showing some respect to Nogueira and his impact on the game. It's what you like to see if you are a fan of soccer. This is what makes the game beautiful. Moments like that, seeing those players check up on each other regardless of the team. As that one headed away by Kim. As we resume play, Woods. Molina trying to regain control. Heads it to himself. And Molina doing a fantastic job of keeping the ball on his side as he regains possession. A great hustle play there from Molina, and the Eagles will reset. Oh my
Incredible
goodness.
from Molina. You got two guys on his one on his right, one on his left, and he still somehow came away with possession and found the open guy to reset the offense.
As DeNicola running up that right-hand side, trying to make something happen for the Lynx. So we're just under 11 minutes left to play here in the second half. Eagles with a 3-2 lead. And Atwood takes the bump from Alvarez. It will stay with the Lynx. But boy, back to that play with Pedro Molina. It just seems like whenever the Eagles just need a big play from him or just any sort of momentum, he's the guy they call to, and he delivers every single time.
He really does. I mean, all 3 goals have come from him and Alvarez today. And we just saw Alvarez down there stop the open chance and kick that ball out of bounds to make it Husson's ball. Just phenomenal work ethic from those two.
Alvarez and Molina, as we mentioned, they are responsible for both of these goals, for all 3 goals for the Eagles. They've either assisted or scored on all the goals for Husson today. Molina with 2, Alvarez with 1, both assisting each other. This goes to show the aptitude of those 2 teams. As this one booted over to Molina, trying to corral that one. Atwood gets in his way. Parkin tried to cut him off. Alvarez there to intercept. Over to Vasconcelos. Back over to Kim. To Nicola. And a big-time boot by Arik Weinstein to keep that ball from getting downfield. That one set up by Segundo. Vasconcelos, once again, intercepted by Weinstein. Masamagos will try to corral that as DeWitt with a boot all the way downfield. That's going to sail out of bounds over the heads of Cameron DeRosa. And possession goes back to the Lynx. Now, Xander, if you're the Lynx, just under 10 minutes left here to play. What should be the game plan here from here on out to try to tie this ball game up?
Now's the time to be aggressive on offense. They've been aggressive on defense all game, and it's helped them out a lot. But we haven't seen them get those open opportunities on offense. We haven't seen them be aggressive on offense. And we got to give credit to the Husson defense, too. They haven't allowed those open opportunities to happen. They haven't allowed Lesley to get aggressive on offense. So something's got to budge at some point for this offense of Lesley.
As Vasconcelos sends that one all the way down to the left-hand side. As that was Atwood nearly getting it in, but the big-time play there by the Eagles to get that defensive stop. Back into the feet of Atwood. Loses control, booted up by Alvarez. Controlled by Sear. And the Eagles will look to reset their offense. Down bumped over to Noguera. It's good to see him back in the game after that scary fall he took. As Parkett finds Sear. Over to Alvarez, right-hand side. Alvarez looking to set up Molina for a big-time player there. He was cut off by Braddock. A good defensive play there to cut Molina off from getting that ball and getting possession back for the Lynx. So checking into the game now for the Eagles is number 23, Alejandro Castellanos. Looks like he replaced Pedro Molina on that play. Castellanos coming into the game. Just over 7 minutes left to play. As Parkett finds Alvarez, right-hand side. Castellanos checking in, looks to make a play happen there. No dice there, kicked out, put it up by the Lynx. Should stay here with the Eagles. An interesting substitution here for the Eagles, Xander. Looks like head coach Carlos Bermudez has something up his sleeve when he's subbing in Alejandro Castellanos for Molina, who has been involved very heavily in this game.
Molina has played practically every single minute of this game, so I agree with the call taking Molina out. Try to let him catch his breath a little bit. He's been doing it all this game. You want to save your best player for the final minutes.
This one rolled over to Castellanos, who will corral it here with Wadley right on his hip. Castellanos makes a man miss. Trying to track it down. Keeps the ball in bounds. Right into the bushes, though. As it'll go back to the Lynx. As we saw Castellanos turn on the Jets there, looking to set things up. This will be Hwon-Sung Kim, once again looking to set things up for the Lynx. No good on that attempt, though. Castellanos. Broken up by Segundo. Castellanos with a bump. Right back at you by Broddick. As Blanco finds a man. That's Desorme. Makes a man miss. A little bit of room to operate here. Finds Parkett. Looking to set something up. Here's Nogueira. The left-hand side of the field. Makes a man miss. Tries to track it down. And so they were looking for something over there by the Lynx. No dice there. That was Segundo on the play. Defending Nogueira. As Williams sends it away. Here's DeNicola. Trying to find a man is DeRosa. And DeRosa just could not keep up with that one. Just sends it a little bit out of bounds. And possession goes back to the Eagles. Now, Xander, you're just over 5 minutes left to play. If you're the Eagles, what's the strategy from here on out just to try to keep the win a certainty from here on out?
Staying aggressive. That's what it's all about. They switched up the game plan once Lesley scored that second goal, and they've been aggressive ever since and haven't let up a goal since that moment. They've been playing exceptional defense all game, and they remain aggressive. I don't see any goals being scored by Lesley here.
We talked about the defensive aptitude of the Lynx all throughout the game, but the Eagles have stood very strong in this second half, not allowing anything to happen. And as a result, the Eagles have been able to take the lead as Williams with a laser downfield. Trying to find DeNicola, booted out of bounds by Desorme. We'll stay here with the Lynx. So we got a substitution on the play here for the Lynx. This will be number 18, Yik Kalam from Hong Kong, China. Checking it into the game. He will be replacing number 7, Miguel Vasconcelos. He's had himself a pretty nice game as well, just flying over the field and making sure he's involved in any play. But Kim, a very, very solid player on the defensive side of the field for the Lynx, and that's definitely what head coach Paul Vasconcelos probably has in mind, is try to keep the defense up while improving the offense at the same time when this game is winding down. As Lakim tried to find Wadley, booted up in the air, Nogueira tried to get that one, keep it in bounds. No dice. And the Lynx will regain possession. DeNicola finds a man into the feet of Wadley. Broken up by Woods. Sends that one over the side. Nogueira looking to get for it. A little bit too far. Will stay with the Lynx. It looks like the Eagles have the proper game plan. Just trying to keep the ball away from the goal as much as possible. Just going full defense mode here as Woods corrals the ball. Tips it over to Sear. There's control of Castellanos. Finds Parkett with Segundo right on his hip. Corralled by Alvarez over to Blanco, and the Eagles will reset. Parkett once again. Blanco and Alvarez playing a little two-man game. Desorme pursued a little bit too quickly on that angle. Tried to go cut right to the goal. Blanco tried to hit him in the corner. It'll go back to the Lynx. So that one's going to be controlled by the Eagles once again. Blanco. Desorme. Corralled by Nogueira. Great reaction play. Try to find Parkin and Braddock right there to bat that one away. As this one's booted up. DeWilt just comes right out of the goal. Boots that one high in the sky. Finds Sear with a headbutt. That's going to go right out of bounds once again. And the Lynx will take possession with just under 2 minutes left to play in the game. And Nogueira corrals to Parkett. Braddock right there, as is DJ Cronin. Alvarez, Parkett back to Alvarez once again. The Eagles really just ticking the clock down right now, just trying to play the waiting game.
Exactly. They're controlling possession right now, letting the clock wind down.
As Cronin looks for a man. He's got DeNicola. Over to DeRosa. Back to Cronin. DeNicola tried to force that one upfield. Alvarez right there to get in the way. And that's gonna stay with the Lynx. There's the toss into Segundo. Alvarez right there. Just he is all over the field right now. As DeSorm boots that one away. Sails out of bounds. Will stay with the Lynx, but credit to Alvarez right there, staying extremely aggressive as this game is winding down. This one's controlled by Stafford. Over to Wadley. Look at their back to Stafford, looking to corral Blanco. As Wadley tries to find the cutting outwood upfield. A little bit too strong on that one. Getting it back as Blanco over to Kim. Looking for a man. Finds Segundo. Segundo looking to take it. Self ended up by Blanco. Atwood. Castellanos right there. And it is go time for the Lynx now to try to get back into this game. Just under 20 seconds left to play. Masamaga's right there. Tries to boot that one right back up. Alvarez right there to boot it up the field.
Clutch.
A very big play there by Mario Alvarez to keep it up, just to boot it upfield with 10 seconds left. And with the clock winding down, that should very well do it for the game. As the Eagles come away with a very hard-fought victory in this game, coming away with a 3-2 victory over the Lesley Lynx.
All credit to the Husson Eagles defense in the second half.
The Eagles defense really just stepping it up, became a lot more aggressive in that second half. And got to give a lot of credit to the Lynx as well. They were fighting tooth and nail to stay into this game. They were really, really aggressive on defense to start out. Eventually, the Eagles were able just to find their composure, find their momentum, and just find their cracks in their defense. They were able to come away with a win. The stats today, Pedro Molina with two of the three goals for the Eagles, set up by Mario Alvarez, and Alvarez himself with a goal of his own, set up by Molina. And for the Lynx, Nick Wadley and DeNicola combining for the 2 goals for the Lynx. Both these teams really just putting it all out there, Xander, and it was just quite the experience to watch today.
Absolutely amazing matchup. Both teams fought tooth and nail. Husson able to scrape their way for the victory.
And that's going to do it for us here at Boucher Field. We will be right back in about an hour or so. Coming right up soon is going to be the women's soccer team facing off against the Lynx. So don't go anywhere, folks. So far for now, I've been Sam Miller. This is for Xander Cook. You are watching Husson Eagles Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.